the chat on? Wonderful. Okay. Love it. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. The channel is Awaken with Deb. My name's Deb. It's always awkward when no one's really in here right from the start. People tend to filter in. Don't know where they come from, but they filter in. So, my name's Deb, and I use this channel to share about my human experience, just to help others with their human experience. It kind of just developed on its own out of a out of experience of helping people on the physical side. I realized that a lot of people appreciated help on the non-physical side. And what do I mean by the non-physical side? I mean our emotions, I mean our spirit, I mean our consciousness. And when I say consciousness, I think of morals, right? As a child, if we're taught a certain way, like if we're raised like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, right? We're taught morals. And if we don't follow those morals, we get a guilty conscience. So consciousness is, are we doing the right thing with life? Are we treating others the right way? Are we treating ourselves the right way? I'm gonna get drink water. I've been talking all day at work. Just one moment. If you have not thought of water as being something other than what they tell us what it is, that's an excellent rabbit hole to dive into. What does your favorite water bottle look like? These stickers were all like personally made. Sorry, this microphone makes it fuzzy. Hi. Hi Stacy. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, yes, welcome back. So, tell me Stacy, what brings you back? Is this a channel that you have been watching or are you new here? And really, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. That's okay. I was just talking to myself to the camera, talking about my water bottle. So I can continue talking about my water bottle. You're new. Wonderful. So yes, this channel here. So this channel is called Awaken with Deb, and I will highlight the main sentence as sharing the human experience to help others with their human experience. Um, Mostly it's kind of spiritual, self-development, glitchy. Is anyone else noticing any glitchiness? Or is it just one person? I haven't had any problems as of yet. Let's see. Hello, Michael. If people want to drop where they're from as well, that's wonderful too. So with this channel, yep, sharing the human experience, talking about the happy times, the good times, those type of things. You have an idea for me. I would love to hear it. Okay, so while you're talking about that, I'm going to go back to my water because I think water is important. And one of the suggestions of just an overall, so for those people weren't here when I started this thing, I was talking to myself. Um, I don't remember what I was saying. Okay, well, there's which country am I from? Do I speak Portuguese? I speak only English and body language and a little bit of energy language. Um, Make a board and write. Huh. Okay. What's with the gap in my teeth? Well, I was born that way, and then I paid thousands of dollars and drove very far away. I live in the middle of nowhere, and I had to drive very far away for an orthodontist for many months, if not longer, and paid a lot of money to get it fixed as an adult because my parents couldn't as a child. And then even had a permanent retainer and it still broke. So God wants this gap here. And then the rest, I went through some major traumatic stress last year and lost 5 teeth all at once. I have money. I have dental insurance, but when you lose 5 teeth all at once, they're like, yeah, well, you should look into some better options. Like that's what it is. No, it really has like It's been a year ago that I lost a big major majority of them. The gap in my teeth, that's been a whole life thing. I'm not at this point, I'm not really reading the comments. I'm just kind of explaining things. But yeah, it's a thing. It's frustrating, you know, you spend thousands of dollars and effort and time, like it takes time to take care of your teeth. And when you do all of that and they still like they just like fell out very fast. Like I couldn't make the dental appointment fast enough. I live in the middle of nowhere. I have to drive 2 hours to go to a dentist appointment. So it's not just like, oh, let me just do it on my lunch break. That's not how life goes here. So, what is my favorite place to visit? As of places that I have visited, I'll list two. And this is actually a great question for other people. List two places, a place that you've been that's your favorite, and a place that's on your list to go that's your favorite. And actually, let's turn that into three. List a place that you have visited and you had high expectations and then you were let down. And then you learned the value of not having expectations. My favorite place to visit at this time, anywhere that's really green and tropical, because I live in a very desert red rock place. And I found the last few times that I've been green tropical places, like I've been to Florida or California, and that was very nice. And I really appreciated those places. I have not been to New York. You have been to New York. I imagine it's a very nostalgic place. I haven't really been called to cities. I'm called to places with nature. It's really very big nature. Airbnbs, yeah, those are always scary. I don't care yeah, their thing. So, all right. We are at 7 minutes. So, with these videos, I said for 7 days, I'm going to come on at 7 p.m. my time for 7 minutes. Literally, I'm not entirely sure about you, Stacy. Let's tone it down a little notch. I know I do select on this video that it is not made for children, but I think you keep going a different direction. That is not the crowd we're reaching out for here. There are other channels for that. That's just not here. So, okay. Yes, thank you. Um, all right. 7 minutes is up on this. And I'm just curious, the person about get it teeth. So Gabrielle, are you still here, Gabrielle? If you are still here and you are the one that suggested getting it fixed, do you have a good person? Because there's one thing that I've always said about complaining or being rude is if you don't have a solution, then like, why are you talking? Okay. But if you have a solution, I love solutions. I love solutions. I love collaborating with helping others find solutions. And I think that's really important to create society with things to that nature, helping others. So, okay. All right. Well, I'm not really seeing any other favorite places. What's, I like to live life. There aren't Do I currently have an absolute passion? No, but I can list at least a dozen of really awesome passions that I have had in a time frame. Um, but the last thing that I was super passionate about was a thing called highlining. Not many people know what that is. It's basically slacklining, except it's more dangerous. Kind of, you're more thing. If things go wrong, you could die. No biggie. Um, yeah, but even slacklining, not a lot of people know what that is either. It's just kind of an odd little hobby that I came across that I could do on my own. Cool. Yeah, so highlining, it's like slacklining, except you can Okay, so slacklining. If you've probably seen it. It's it's a thing. It kind of looks like a toe strap. They have different sizes, either 2-inch ones that have ratchets, or you'll see 1-inch ones that typically don't have ratchets. It's usually a different type of setup. They call it rigging. And people will set those up between two anchor points. The anchor points could be most commonly trees in a park. There are, when you go to events, they will have different systems that usually what like A-frames and things. If you're in the rope work industry, a lot of that knowledge and climbing knowledge kind of crosses over. And so slackline and highlining was actually created by climbers like way back in the day, Yosemite days when they couldn't climb. They took the webbing from climbing and decided to walk on it. So, and eventually slacklining turned into bigger and better things. And then where I live, there's really massive cliffs, like 400 to 600 foot cliffs. And the way everything's designed, you can set up the slack lines in between the points so that as you're walking on 1-inch piece of webbing of fabric over complete exposure of 400 to 600 feet. There's actually debate of the web of the orb of exposure when it comes to cliffs versus trees versus different locations across the world. It's pretty crazy. So, have I had any close calls? Close calls with what exactly? I've almost drowned a couple times while paddleboarding on the river. That was kind of, I haven't been back on the river um, since the last time that happened. I personally have not had close calls, but I have witnessed crashes and accidents, and I've lost people, and I've definitely witnessed people losing their lives. So it's a thing that I'm around. I'm in the adventure world, and hey, if anyone has time to go learn how to be an EMS, it's like a 6-month thing. It's super fast, and you learn a lot of really great skills that could save one of your friends' lives. So it's definitely worth it to learn those skills, especially if you're doing anything outdoorsy, whether you're in the city or doing things in the backcountry. Having first aid skills is so key. I mean, I've literally had friends save friends' lives because they had skills, and then I've had friends that have admitted they're like, I didn't know what to do. And I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to be the person standing there that doesn't know what to do. So that's that's my thing on close calls. I've had small injuries to where they have either held me back from activities or made me really want to stop, because people do die in this. And I have seen friends have really bad accidents where they were, nobody knows how they actually lived, or they weren't supposed to walk again. And of course, they've like, they're recovering more, like impressing everyone and right back to their sports. So there really is a testament to how the body can heal itself, and using intention, just to tie it into the subject of this channel, which is, spiritual development and understanding things that are more than just the physical of what we see. Like I have I mean, it's sad. I have multiple friends that have been told they would never walk again. And I have watched them run and watched them get back to their thing. I had a friend that had an amputated leg, and I helped him get back on the slack line again. Like that was pretty awesome. He has since lost his life from just slipping off the edge watching a beautiful sunset. But as crazy of the stuff that he did, like it's almost perfect that that was the way he went. So be respectful while you're out there. And that's just one of many. Again, I have dozens of stories. And honestly, all the situations put me into a spiral of grief over the last few years that I did pull back from all of that. And it has developed, it's really changed my insight on life. Hi, Richie. Where are you from? We're talking insight about life. Yeah. Like, is life worth living? How do you go all out, or do you play it safe? Do you take risks, or there's also calculated risks. There's a difference between calculated risks and just being stupid. Right? So, from LA, where's your favorite spot to run away to nature when you need nature, Richie, in LA? Do you have a favorite spot? Or you can describe the favorite spot if it doesn't really have a name. I'm curious. I've only visited LA once, twice, twice. I don't remember. Once or twice. So I have a vague idea of what it was like. And yeah, any close calls? What the beach. I love the beach. I've been told you're not supposed to get in the water there, kind of near, let's see, where was I? Santa Monica? Is that where I was? I went to the slackline spot. So I believe that was Santa Monica, and they said that the water was not maybe the cleanest. So I did not get in the water that trip. That kind of brings me, fun fact, I up until a certain point, like, I was a full-grown adult before I ever saw the ocean. I went through a really big, like, I left the fiance and I was like, "This is ridiculous. I need to see the ocean." I think at this point I was 33 years old. I was like, "I am 33 years old and I have never seen the ocean." And there was a New Year's resolution. I said I was gonna go to either the ocean or get on an airplane because 'cause I'd never been on a commercial airplane either. And halfway through the year, I had left my fiance, and then it was coming up on, it was like December, and I'm like, I need to mark these off. Had a little midlife crisis and just made everything happen. Took 2 weeks off, threw my kid in the car, and went to go see the ocean. So it was pretty special. It was almost a thing to see, like, how long could I go in a lifetime before seeing the ocean. But I'm really glad I saw it. So someone asked earlier, what was my favorite place to visit? And I said the greenness. But the ocean really is. The ocean is, I don't, I didn't answer the ocean because I don't want to visit the ocean. I want to live near the ocean. Okay, I live in the desert now and I've been here 15 years. And like, I feel like this desert is my best friend. I see visitors come and there's simple little nuances that they don't know that I know because I've lived here and explored it, and like, I've lived in it so intimately. Don't get the wrong ideas, but and when I visit the ocean, that's the feeling I get with the ocean is like, I can't just visit the ocean. I want to live near it. I need to like experience it at such a different level. So that's in my future for sure. I've been in the desert 15 years. It's time to see some ocean and some green. See what those plants have to say. Hello, hello. So adorable and perfect. We're all perfect. And thank you for the compliments. I do like to say that I'm a type of person that is really good at reflecting back to people. So when people give me a compliment, it's kind of like you're probably giving that compliment to yourself too. So, yeah. Hello. Hi, Scott. Would you like to answer the question of, let's see if we can get a different question going. I had some different questions going. I don't know what happened to them. There's a little box you can like do questions and polls. And now I've lost that box. Oh, I accidentally just pushed a button and it said I uploaded a short. So there we go, I guess. AI just helped us upload a short. Okay, so I'm noticing this video is coming up on 20 minutes, and I do upload these to my channel, and I like to keep them at 20 to 30 minutes because for some reason it takes them, I don't know how to upload things. All this technology is very new to me, and I don't have that great a technology. My goal is just to get on YouTube and just talk. I don't know why. It's just what my spirit has been telling me what to do. So I do recorded videos in the morning, and then for I just wanted some more interaction. So, and I've had some free evenings. So I've been saying I'm going to come on here for 7 days, 7 p.m. my time for 7 minutes, and I didn't even think about that being 777, lucky number, until like day 3, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute. I just did that by accident." So that's the type of magic that we're working with here on this channel. It's spiritual. It's understanding that we're more than just these physical bodies, right? We understand that we're spirits. We understand that we live in a world full of energy, and we understand that like our intention and our imagination helps create this world. So much so. So, with that being said, I'm definitely going to cap this at 30 minutes, which means we got 9 minutes left. So, with me explaining kind of what this channel is, it's called Awaken with Deb. It's really all encompassing of the human experience. Questions are open. If you would like to have a question, that's great. Other than that, the person asked earlier if I had any close calls. I have this water bottle here. Water is magical, so bless your water. It's wonderful. And this water bottle is more than a water bottle. It really represents to me people's ability to create. Here is a yoga sticker from my friend who moved into town, and like within a year of being here, she opened up her own yoga studio, and like all the friends from the drop zone helped all the construction with it on the inside, and like community showed up to help support, and she opened in 2020. So like right in the midst of COVID, and she's still going. It's great. It's beautiful. This one is of one of my friends that has passed. And this one is a dog that I like. I couldn't ever have dogs, but my friend had dogs, so I was able to help raise him. This is my friend's music label. He went from, yeah, close calls, living life, to being mellow, playing music. Um, this one's my favorite. It says Danger Buddies. And that just really represents everything. I got this sticker of paddleboarding, Danger Buddies, because I've almost died on the river twice. Um, the future is the future. Snake oil. That's a coffee shop that a friend of mine opened also during COVID. And that was great because I lived literally right around the corner from it. And then all of a sudden I didn't have a job, but I had money and then I had coffee. So that was great. I got coffee every morning. Anyways, I just wanted to share that because it's the people that you surround yourself are really important. And somehow I kind of walked into this community of creatives and entrepreneurs, and people just viewed life differently, and I've been very blessed to be able to call these people friends. And it's really shown what people can do when they just pick something they like and go with it. I mean, they always say work isn't work when you make play work. And that's kind of what a lot of these people have done. So I love it. Nice water bottle. Yes, it's hydro flasks. I love hydro flasks. Been using them pretty much ever since they came out. Um, it's it's a great water bottle. Highly suggest it. Not sponsored, but could be. Could be. Yes. Hydro flask. Amazing bottles. All right. So I just talked for 3 minutes and no questions had came up. I did. I'm not sure. Next time I will be really prepared. Today went by so fast. Like it was 6:48 by the time I looked at the clock, and I thought it was still like 6 something. Like wait, like 5 something. Anyways. Okay. Well, just love you talking. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm curious. I'm going to try something. The camera might go blank for a moment, but if I can do what I want to do, it's going to be super helpful. I promise. Nope, can't do it. Okay. Well, what's your favorite goal outside of professionalism right now? If you choose to answer, put it down in the chat. What's your favorite goal outside of professionalism? For me, it's videos. Videos are something that I've been trying to do since 2016, and life has a way about making you take spirals and twists and turns for you to end up exactly where you need to end up. So here we are. And in the beginning, I was just going to be happy to just do 3 videos a week. And with that, I wasn't consistent enough, and I found myself putting them off and then not getting them done. So I told myself to just make it happen every day. And then that way, I also don't have to feel so forced about making a video when inspiration comes through, and I can just set the time aside in the morning to allow the inspiration to come through. And that's really why it's important to set time for meditation, whether you want to or not, whatever your goal is, if it's working out, whether you want to work out or not, you just set aside the time to show up. If your goal is to paint or write a book or work on a car project, like, just give yourself time to show up, and then set a timer for 5 to 10 minutes, and allow your energy time to sink into the environment, to sink into reset. Like, obviously, you don't really want to be, let's see, whatever I enjoy doing. Yeah. And how do you decide whatever you enjoy doing? I've known people that their hobbies, it's been what they've done their whole lives, and they just stick with that one hobby. And then there's people that are jack of all trades and bounce around from thing to thing. And I know where I live, it's very common to do multiple things in one day. So like I can be up at 3 to 4 a.m. I can get my workout, yoga, meditation, journaling, dishes, cats, and laundry, all that. Like, I can get that done before sunrise, and these videos now before sunrise, go and do a sunrise hike or like if I didn't do yoga outside, I can do yoga during sunrise, and or hike, and then or I'm mountain biking, and then it does kind of start to get hot. So at that point, then you're doing water activities, and then in the evening, back to, like, you can be doing slackline or flow activities in the park, or just riding on the trails, whatever method that may be, with a vehicle or a bike. Like, here, it's very easy to do multi-sport days. And it's just a matter of, like, understanding when it's hot and when it's not. And when everything's so close, that's the thing. It's from start to finish, I would say town is maybe a half-hour drive from one end to the other, because it's like from center of town. Yeah, something like that. And even that is an exaggeration. And then beyond that, there's no service. There's just trails and nature. So I know when I lived in the city that I lived in, you were minimum, like, hour out from things, maybe 20 minutes for some trails on the foot trails, but it wasn't like nature. And those were things that you were doing relatively quickly. So Um, 5 kitties cook. Yeah, that's cats are demanding. I tell you. Oh man, as my youngest child was becoming more independent, I was like, "Hey, let's get cats. We have a house now. I'm not renting. Let's get cats." And the youngest cat that we have is so demanding. I don't know what to do. She has me around her little finger, so all the power to you, Scott. But let me ask you this, like, are you happy doing those things? Do you feel that your life needs adjustment? Are you grateful for your 12 hours a day that probably, whatever that allows you in exchange for the lifestyle that you have? Um, 5 kitties. I have 2. They eat a lot. I even made the comment to them the other day, they probably eat more than me and my child do. Granted, it's hot and I fast a lot, so I don't really eat that much, but um there have been times where I have worked 12-hour days, I've worked 16-hour days. There's been times where it's like I would have to be at work by 5 a.m. So obviously you're up before that. And then I would try to also be a parent, single parent between that, working a daytime barista job and then a nighttime hosting and serving job. And that was so crazy. But here was the thing, I found a way to stack it so that I was working doubles 3 days a week and then one half shift. So overall, I was getting 2, 4, 6, 7 shifts, but only in 3.5 days worth of work. So I still had 3 full days to where I had 3-day weekends all the time. Could I do that forever? No, I definitely burned out, but it worked during the time frame that it worked, and it allowed me to pay off a lot of debt really fast. It allowed me to get the experience of skydiving that I wanted to get, so that was really cool. Um, oh, words are so powerful, Scott. Be very careful with words. Let's see. If you were to scratch out the last word in your sentence there, if you were to replace that, what would would replace that word for me? For me, auto body. Mm, okay, auto body's hard. I a man I almost married did auto body for a while, and he said he's like, I loved it, but auto body would kill you. Like, it's you even just like the fumes and everything that you have to deal with. So I actually know a house painter that died eventually just from the things. But auto body, like, oh, I hope you love what you do, man. If you love what you do, what else is life, right? And I hope auto body. I would hope you make a lot of people happy. I remember the first time that I wrecked my car and got out at the scene of the accident and I walked around the vehicle and I saw the hole in the body. It was like my heart dropped. It was like seeing a bullet wound in my best friend, which actually I shouldn't say that. I've known people that have been shot. I shouldn't say those things. Um, but it was like I saw the gash in the car and my heart dropped. And then so I can imagine when people like have their vehicles fixed. I never actually got like fixed. It took years and years and years. Because yeah. Anyways. Um but cars can be emotional, like there are friends. I don't know how many I know for myself. I definitely have had many crying sessions in my vehicle. I've had happy sessions in my vehicle. My vehicle takes me to so many places. I love my vehicle. I spend a lot of time sleeping and car camping in my vehicle. So it is an art. I'm glad to hear that you enjoy it because that's the important part, right? In 12 hours, like maybe that's just what you need for the flow of it too. Some jobs are just like that where you need those long time frames to really sink into the flow. So maybe it's like that. The timer was 3333 when I finished that sentence. So Scott, whatever emotions you're having around your job being an art, that's a that's an emotion for you to pay attention to, resonate with. Okay. So also, this video is at 33:33. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And you have until the end of me talking about my intro, outro to say any last minute questions on there. So my name is Deb, and I am here sharing my human experience to help others with with their human experience because this place is kind of crazy and we need to know that we're not going through things alone. A lot of these energies and situations are collective, and the world doesn't hate you. God doesn't hate you. The economy doesn't hate you. There's ways to manage these things, and you wouldn't be watching this channel if these things didn't resonate with you. So if they resonate with you, great, wonderful. If not, then just leave it for what it is. Don't force it to resonate with you. So, I'm showing up here for 7 days at 7 PM my time, which is Mountain Standard Time, for a minimum of 7 minutes, and I did that just because, like, the first one, no one was there, so I didn't wanna, like, I don't know, I had to set a time, and so I just thought of 7 minutes. If people are here communicating, I'm definitely happy to be here longer. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all those things. This will be uploaded to the channel. For some reason, the live ones take a really long time to upload. If anyone has knowledge on that, to just send me the information, that'd be great. Otherwise, who knows when I'll get around to Googling it. So thank you for doing the mental work for me there. Oh, hello, John Francis. I feel like, John Francis, you are late. I am about to sign off here. This video is at 35 minutes, 42 seconds. So have a wonderful night, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Cheers.